In order to solve quadratic equations by factoring, they need to be in this form: ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. The leading coefficient is referred to as a, the number in front of the x squared. The leading coefficient affects which type of method we will use to factor. Here, the number in front of the x squared, we don't see any number written, so we know that it's 1 because 1 times x squared would be x squared. So a is equal to 1. Here we're going to use my favorite method for when a is equal to 1, called P's and Q's. It's going to factor into two binomials where x times x gives me x squared. But I need to figure out what these numbers are going to be to help multiply to 21 and add or subtract 4. Negative 21 and negative 4. So two numbers need to multiply to give me negative 21. And those same two numbers need to add to give me negative 4. Well, first two factors I can think of for 21 are 7 and 3, and they also give me 4. But it can't be positive 7 times positive 3 to get a negative 21. So let's check here. 7 plus 3 does not equal negative 4, so the 7 must be negative. Negative 7 plus 3 does equal negative 4. Negative 7 times 3 does equal negative 21. Those are my P's and Q's. Negative 7, positive 3. This is the factored version. You're done with the factoring, but you still need to solve. Solve using the zero product property. The zero product property states that if a times b equals 0, then a equals 0, and or b equals 0. So this times this equals 0. This factor, make it equal to 0, and solve for x. Make this factor equal to 0, and solve for x. And here we have our two answers. Now let's say you want to check to see if those are actually the case, if these are actually factors, if we factored it correctly, and these are actually the answers. So if x could be 7, then we're going to plug that in for x. 7 squared minus 4 times 7 minus 21 equals 0. Plugging it into the original, we'll see if the left side actually does equal the right side, then we know that 7 is truly a solution for this quadratic equation. Times negative 7 is 21. It is not a negative 7. This should be a positive 7. Yep, now we get 0 if we plug it in correctly. 0 equals 0, so yes, 7 is a solution. Let's try it with negative 3. Negative 3 squared, the parentheses are absolutely necessary or else you'll get the wrong thing. Minus 4 times negative 3 minus 21. That indeed equals 0. So this is 0 equals 0, also a solution.